Linear lighting. This does have a lot to do with a smart home, and today we're going to tell you all about it. Let's go. All right, so let's talk about lighting. This is something that can complete the design of every room. This isn't necessarily about smart living. This is more about design and stylish when it comes to the design of your home. When it comes to LED linear lighting, there's so many ways for you to use it. You could use it with ceiling hanging pendant equipment. You could do it at the construction stages. This is pieces of equipment that can be installed in the ceiling, on the ground, on the curve of a corner. Cove lighting, linear lighting, not only that, but toe kicks. As you can see, any type of cabinet, any type of island can have some lighting. So there's a bunch of different ways to use this. And today we're gonna get to the details of it. The first piece of equipment that we're gonna discuss is what is going to house and what is going to house the linear lighting and how the lighting is going to look. Let's talk about angles and the type of things that these extrusions do. Okay, first let's talk about the housing of the linear lighting, which is the first thing that we have to consider and one of the most important things. Realistically speaking, the actual LED strip is the most important thing, but let's talk about where the LED strip is going to sit or where it's going to be housed. Extremely important. You have to think with how is the light going to shine and where it's going to be located. As you can see, you can approach it with standard fixtures. These are actually hanging fixtures that you can put on an island, that you can put anywhere, and it comes in 8-foot pieces with everything already built into it. This is something that gets installed at the design and construction stages. These are actually sewed 8 feet long for you to put, for example, in the edge or the corner of a wall. This is where the wall would be. This is where your ceiling would be. A lot of this stuff can be recessed and set up in different ways. If you don't want to do it in this scenario and you want to use something more of an accent, maybe under cabinet, maybe facing the cabinet, exterior, multiple ways, you can look into extrusions. When it comes to extrusions, they're going to come in different sizes, different measurements, different finishes. And then the last piece of equipment outside of the linear lighting is the actual extrusion, or what's going to cover this plastic piece of equipment. I had a demo piece right here that I wanted to get a little closer. So this right here is the diffuser. This comes in different shapes, different colors, and obviously usually is meant to match the extrusion that you picked. Once you've made selections on how it's going to look, now we have to decide the actual light. When it comes to lighting, keep in mind that there's different shades and colors of lights. There's different whites, if you didn't know that, right? You have tunable white. You have more of a yellow color. When it comes to light measurements, is measured in kelvins. So when it comes to the strip, you want to know what light and feel you want for the home. And then from there, you decide if it's tunable. Every setup in here, it's in a white, but some of these you can actually go RGBW to where you can actually change the color. So if you want more of a party theme, more of a colored theme, you can choose lights that will change colors. Let me show you a sample so you can see the different types of lighting. As you can see, I have 2 different types of lights here. This is more of a cob lighting where it's a full strip of light. And then we have this lighting, which, excuse my lack of terms, but you can actually see that the closer the lights are going to be, the sharper the line is going to be. When they're too far apart and you don't have a diffuser, you don't see a straight line. You start seeing dips and lines like this one right over here. So there's a lot of decisions to make on these pieces of equipment. How deep you want this to be, how much separation do you want between the light and the diffuser. Today, I wanted to give you a simple video in understanding linear lighting. I would love to spend hours and hours because there is hours and hours of content that we can make on linear lighting, but I wanted to simplify it. So to summarize what we discussed, 1, there is a housing unit, whether it's installed with the sheetrock or whether it's just an extrusion. The LED lighting has to sit somewhere. From there, how it's going to be diffused or what is going to stand in front of the light so you can see how it's going to be. If this is something that is going to be reflected and you're not going to see the actual strip, then you can get away with just dousing the light and not using any diffusers. But if it's something that is going to be noticeable and visible, make sure that you installed a diffuser. And last, but the most important thing is the type of light that you use. When it comes to lighting, keep in mind that the cheapest is not always the best route. There's tons of brands, there's tons of selections to do this. So make sure that you use a good, reputable brand. The last thing that you want to do is cut costs on the linear lighting, and every 6 months to a year, you find yourself getting service costs and pulling things out to rerun. This is a place where you don't want to cut budgets, but it is a place where you want to create and leave a good allowance, because there's so many design and options that you have with linear lighting that can make your smart home pop. If you do need this and you need design services, we're here to help. Like always, everything that we show on the YouTube channel are services that we can bring to your home or business. Schedule a virtual consultation with us. We're here to help. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.